Hi, I'm Dyer, the police chief for the city of Fresno, and my opportunity today to be able to talk about United One Productions and what they mean to the Fresno community. An organization that has worked quietly and tirelessly behind the scenes to not only make our community safer, but to impact the lives of our youth throughout our community, but primarily West Fresno. I've had the privilege and the opportunity to work with United One Productions through our Bringing Broken Neighborhoods Back to Life initiative, and we've been involved in that now for the past 10 years. And they have tirelessly given of their time and their resources to make that a worthwhile project in West Fresno, which is now spreading beyond West Fresno into other parts of our community. I would say that the difference between United One and many organizations that are out there today is their willingness to partner with other organizations in Fresno. It's so important that that partnership does occur. Not only do they partner with members of the Fresno Police Department, but they partner with other nonprofit organizations in making a difference. It's not about ego, it is about getting the job done, impacting the lives of these children, making sure that they are on a path to where they can become successful. And unfortunately, in many of the neighborhoods in which they operate, such as the Mariella Brown Center, that is an area that is extremely challenged. We have youth that come from broken homes. We have youth that really don't have positive role models in their life. And United One Productions allows them to have those role models, to be mentored, to put them on that path to where they seek out a higher education and they do well so that they can be successful in our community. They are really out there trying to build the self-esteem of our kids and to ensure that our kids have an opportunity to be successful within some of these neighborhoods that are challenged. The Mariella Brown Center is in the heart of West Fresno. It is an area that has historically been challenged. We've had gang problems within that area, and unfortunately many of these gang members are recruiting kids, and they are trying to steer them on the wrong path. The Mariella Brown Center is that focal point within that neighborhood, and United One Productions is a big part of that focal point in making sure that those kids are steered in the right path, that they have positive role models in their place. And when we have a location like the Mariella Brown Center that is placed in the heart of a challenged community, sometimes that's the only hope that these kids have in escaping that environment in which they've been placed in. And that environment oftentimes leads them to either prison or, unfortunately, an early death. And our goal is to make sure that those kids have a positive outlook on life, and they ultimately are able to be successful through education and ultimately through their profession. And number one, I believe that everyone needs to not only become aware of the challenges that are out there, but to be willing to work together and to share resources and to try to make sure that we're all rowing in the same direction. Sometimes there's a tendency, especially with nonprofit organizations, there's a reduced funding, and sometimes it gets to the point where people are competing against each other for that reduced funding. And it's important that people work together collectively, because what's at stake is truly important. It's the lives of these kids that is at stake. When we can set aside our egos, and we can set aside the competition, and when we can work together collectively for the benefit of the community and ultimately these kids, that's when we become successful. And that's when we really become a good community. If I had to sum up United One Productions in one word, it would be that united is the word. Because not only are they united with other organizations, they are united with the government entities such as the Fresno Police Department. And when we are united, we are not divided, and that's when we become successful. If I were a community superhero, I would be a police chief. Many would say Batman, many would say Spider-Man, but the truth of the matter is there's so much that a police chief can do for a community, and making sure that people are kept safe, that organizations are working together, that the police officers are connected with the community. And when you have a good police chief in your community, I really believe positive things can happen. And hopefully that's what we're doing here in Fresno. And I want to continue to be a part of that success. No cape for me, but I will say there are a lot of superheroes out there that work quietly behind the scenes. And I thank God for them because they are the people that are truly making a difference in our community. They are the ones who are contributing to crime reductions, and United One Productions is one of those organizations that we can all stand tall with and know that they're making a difference.